Alright, this is it. I've got 3 packs of Superman 3, 10 cards, 1 sticker. Again, they all come with bubblegum. So we'll be working around that bubblegum, and hopefully it will just pop off there. If not, I'll set the card to the side to try to get it off later, because I don't want to mess up any of my cards. So you already have a decent wrapper, but we'll try to hang on to that. As you can see, the gum. We're going to see if it'll just, yep, and it just popped right off. And no, I won't be eating any of this. So let's take a look at what we ended up getting in this. Now, if you remember, this is with Richard Pryor. So, now, if you remember, Robert Vaughn plays the bad guy. Now, they really do kind of push her out of this and kind of bring in Lana Lane for this. And then, but Richard Pryor's character actually is kind of just a simple guy that gets caught up in doing something wrong, Gus. And when he does, he ends up being used by the criminals because he's a genius. And as an end result, the genius makes a computer that could basically do whatever they want. And that sexy gal is one of the ones that awaits Superman. Yes, and there was a split between good Superman and sort of bad Superman. Bad Superman, basically was darker in color. You'll maybe see one of them in a great sticker right there. Number 1. Now, everything I'd heard originally, Christopher Reeves was not going to be doing any more after 2. And then, I'm guessing, Hollywood and money and everything else convinced him to go back and do 2, and then eventually do 3. Or do 3, and then do 4. Because, as you know, he wasn't much into doing any more past when this one kind of didn't do as well. But I still find that he is always up there to be one of my, him and George Reeves was, to me, and I'll explain it the way, as I show these, I'll explain it. When I was a kid, before the first Superman movie come out, see, the evil Superman, the George Reeves one appeared on TV. I remember the promotion for it. It actually aired, and I got a chance to watch that Superman and thought how fantastic it was. And then Steve Reeves kind of really changed the shape of everything by then. Like it said, you would believe a man can fly. And when you were a kid, it looked like he could. So, at that point, at that point with these, it kind of gave me 2 Supermans that I thought of as Superman. And as an end result, that's kind of how I look at it. General Gus Gorman. So to me, they both have their place as my Superman. And honestly, if I'm looking, with George Reeves being the one always on TV, and being, where I watched him regularly, even after I watched Christopher Reeves, he's kind of more my Superman at that point. Um, I think I kind of put him, along with the 66 Batman as being my classic Batman and Superman duo. His gum's coming off here beautifully, I can just say that. I'm just hoping that everything works out the way I want it to. Alright, now here's your good one. This is our number one card here. 99 cards, 22 stickers. So it is a pretty good size set. And again, the best part about cards back in the day, and I'm going to rant a little bit with this one in comparison, but the best thing about cards back then is you got movie scenes, and then you got stickers with it. It wasn't a bunch of chase cards or holograms or multi-level color stuff and everything. Eventually that gets to be wearing. Also, you could go out and buy a pack, and for probably at this time I'd probably go with a quarter. 50 cents would be kind of high. So yep. But when you could go out and buy packs of cards, now, do I believe they can add a little something into it with the cards? A little bit, yes. But do I believe it's got to be where you make them, 200 card base sets with, all kinds of parallels and everything else? No. I believe just having a handful of things would be value for real collectors. Really, what's happened now is it's become more about the other kind of collectors. When I say that, I mean the people who will chase the one-of-ones or do stuff. They don't want a full set of Superman 3. They want, just certain things of it, and they're good. And then they sell off the rest by flipping them. So I kind of think that's the reason why I like chasing old cardboard compared to new, because it does always seems to be better that way, and it tends to have a better feel. So you see, superset of Superman 3. I appreciate you listening. I appreciate you watching. Appreciate your thumbs up and your likes and your comments. And y'all have a good one.